Mackie MC-40BT Review. Although the Mackie MC-40BT wireless headphones don't give off the loud, booming bass that is common in other mainstream models, studio musicians and engineers may enjoy the distinct, clear sound it produces for better monitoring when mixing their audio. Despite being relatively economical at $149.99, these headphones do not offer high-fidelity Bluetooth codecs or a companion app, making their worth questionable. The Jabra Elite 45 Hours and Sennheiser HD-450BT are still more attractive alternatives at their respective price points, offering greater personalization as well as the added benefit of ANC on the 450BT. The MC-40BT headphones come in two colors, black and gray. On the right ear cup, the light green buttons catch the eye while the Mackie logo featuring a running man garners mixed opinions from people. The earpads are upholstered in faux leather, with memory foam as a base for maximum comfort during extended periods of wearing. Within, the 40mm drivers have a frequency range of 20 Hz to 20 kHz with 32 ohms impedance. Bluetooth 5.0 is supported by the headphones and they accept AAC and SBC codecs, however, apps isn't. That being said, Android users can only work with the standard SBC, which doesn't cooperate with the accuracy-focused design. iPhone users are provided with AAC but need an adapter if wishing to use the included 3.5mm cable for audio. Additionally, you're not supplied with a 1x4" adapter for connecting to professional equipment in the package. All of these exclusions render the headphones feel unfinished and narrow down their target audience. Disappointingly, the three green buttons on the ear cup's right side are not as straightforward to use as the inline controls found in the audio cable. Here, pushing down on the multifunction green button only works for both power and playback, whereas pressing down and holding plus or minus trigger volume control or song navigation respectively. We find it hard to advocate for combining two different functions on one button because it usually leads to unintended mistakes. In comparison, its roughly 4-foot audio cord for passive listening puts a single multifunction button to handle both playback and track selection, while just using the other two buttons exclusively for altering the volume, is a noticeably superior plan of action. If you seek an improved control system that doesn't depend on inline cables, then we strongly recommend taking a gander at Marshall Major 4's fashionable design. Near the green buttons, you'll find a USB-C port for the included USB-C to USB a charging cable and a 3.5mm connection for the audio cable. The company Mackie approximates that the device can last roughly 30 hours on battery, but it will vary based on your volume settings. The headphones can be folded and stored in a zip-up hard shell case. There's also an internal mesh pocket, with a Velcro edge, to store the audio and charging cables included in the package. Some features are missing from this app, such as adjustable EQ and the option to install firmware updates. Rivals often have both of these features, so it would have been beneficial to offer the ability to customize the highs and lows. When listening to bass-heavy tracks like The Knife's Silent Shout, the headphones deliver an accurate thump. We can feel the power and intensity of the sub-bass, but it's not boosted beyond reasonable levels. This results in a balanced sound image that is tilted towards mids and highs while still maintaining the authority of deep lows. Bill Callahan's composition Drover shows the sound signature more clearly due to its fewer low bass lines. The drums on this track come across like light taps, and Callahan's baritone vocals get the most focus from lower frequencies. There is a marked high mid presence in his voice that aids translation of it. Additionally, the higher registered percussions and acoustic strums are bright and give great clarity. We can conclude that for tracks not composed predominantly with deep bass tones, these headphones decrease the lows too much. True, they create an accurate sound compared to many bass-heavy models, yet overall users will probably think they lean overly far toward the opposite extreme. As this earphone set has no in-app EQ capability to amend preferences, it is regrettable indeed. In No Church in the Wild by Jay-Z and Kanye West, the kick drum loop has been given a well-balanced higher register, so its impact isn't lost while the background sounds like hiss and vinyl crackle can be heard more clearly. The sub-bass synth hits don't seem as deep as they would on the bass desk track, but that means the vocals are able to be especially prominent without any extra sibilance. This is contrasted to the punchy beat of the drum loop, which has more bass than expected when compared to that of the sub-bass. The composition of orchestral tracks, such as John Adams' The Gospel According to the Other Mary opening scene, is light and very detailed. Lower notes provide a quieter yet more effective foundation. The built-in MEMS microphone gave us satisfactory results. We could understand every word of the test recording from an iPhone, but the sound was not as crisp and loud as we had hoped. Nevertheless, phone calls should not be problematic as long as you have a stable cell signal.